Hello and welcome back to the Workbench. In this exciting episode, I'm going to show you how to install 59mm shocks on your MN99S version 2. This will also work on the MN99S version 1. So let's jump right in and show you step by step how to get these things installed. Alright, let's test this thing out with these stock shocks. Here we go for the big test. This is a completely stock version 2. You saw how it performed. It was a little bouncy, especially when I dropped it. But let's see what happens. To remove the body, there are 4 screws. There's 2 screws in the back, here and here. And then there's 2 screws under the bonnet, or hood. And those 2 screws are right there. Let's get the battery out of this thing. Might as well get these 2 screws done first. So this screw and that screw. Alright. And then the 2 in the back. Okay. And then we need to unplug the lights, which is the larger JST connector. And then this is the, what does this go? Oh, this must go to the other lights on top. Makes sense. And then this one is the battery. So to review, these are the main lights. So the main lights. This is the lights that go on top. The light bar, this guy. And then that's the battery. This is going to the switch, obviously. And then this one right here goes to the motor. Alright, let's measure these shocks and let's see what we've got. Alright, center to center is 50 mil. So we have some work to do to get 59mm shocks to work. I need to create new of these things that go up 9mm. So before I do that though, let's see if we have the room to do that. So I can raise them up 6mm. Okay. So I'm going to make both of these 6mm higher. So let's take it apart and let's see what it takes. I can redesign this piece. I think this one in the front is exactly the same, but let's take it apart just to double check. It's also going to be a problem in that the servo hitting this top, so I may have to redesign that too. Woo, lots of things to do. Since I've got this all apart, let me take one of these shocks off and let's compare the distances. 8 mil. Yeah, 8 mil. So, what about travel? A lot more travel, so that's good. Okay. I think it's going to be okay. Now that we got it disassembled to this point, let's get the new shocks installed in the back. The front is about the same. You're going to need these parts. You can either download them and print them. I have links down there in the description. Or you can get them from my Etsy store. I'll have a link to them down below as well. If they're still available, you can get them there. There are some modifications you need to do in order to get this thing to work. And why is this thing so great? Well, when you put this thing in, it gives you the ability to adjust instead of straight up and down. You can have the shock sit forward or backwards, however you want. It gives you greater flexibility. So what do we need to do to make that work? Well, we're going to need to drill out these two guys with a 2mm drill so that we can tap in our 2.5mm screws. There's 3 of them there. This little guy right here, you're going to have to cut that off because we need to screw in the shock tower directly into there, and that's out too far. So you're going to need to do that. But before you cut that off, you'll want to drill through there as well so that you can thread in the screws. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So let's get started doing that. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Get the front ones done, and I'll show you what it looks like. There's one modification you need to make that I forgot to show you, so I'm going to show you now. You need to trim off these pieces here in order for this new shock tower to fit in. Alright, that should do it. Alright, next thing is get the battery in there, and then we can adjust the shocks. Not bad at all. Alright, I'm going to clean up the workbench and then we'll test it on the same rock course. Here we go, first test. Alright, either it runs that much better or I figured out the right line for this. Oh yeah, make it a little bit more challenging. Not too bad. I actually am quite impressed. Stock electronics. All I did was put new drive shafts in, and I added the shocks. Nice. Nice. All right. I am pleased with the performance of this now. Look at that. Whoa. All right, well, there we go. I'm quite happy with the performance of that. I think it did a great job. Everything seems to be in order. Yeah, worthwhile upgrade, I'd say. Thanks for watching.